I actually just recently started getting involved in ASM. I'm on the Student Activity Center Governing Board, and I'm also an intern right now. And just being exposed to it as much as I have, I realize like how important it is on campus and how involved they are in everything that goes on. When I decided to run for the position, I've been picking up a lot more. I kind of have started looking through some of the bylaws, and I stayed in a student council meeting the other week, and I am currently on a governing the governing board for the Student Activity Center, so I know a lot of like the viewpoint neutrality and how the system works. So it would really just be picking up like where they're at right now and understanding how they go through doing things.
I was actually the president of student government my senior year in high school, so this is right up my alley, and I was the president of an investment club my junior and senior year in high school. So it blended best of both worlds for me. Having the opportunity to represent the students. I've been going around, asking students to vote for me, letting them know why I'm running. And last night I actually had a nice conversation with two young women, and they asked me something about the safe cab and safe ride. And so, students have these concerns. They want to know what's going on. They need someone to reach out, let them know what's going on, and to represent them well, and I feel like I will be able to do that.
The number one problem with SEG fee allocation is I feel that students would feel like it's hard for them to get their voice heard for things that they really want, and that's essentially what SEG fees are for, is to provide the optimal amount of students, a service for students, and I want to make sure that's what's happening. Like, I want to make sure I have a say in it. I feel like I'm really like an easy person to talk to, and I would hope that students would come to me if they have like issues or concerns about something that's going on, or they want to get their voice heard. And I feel that's more like you're representing an entire body of students. You have to make sure that you listen to everyone.
I'll say, oh, hey, I'm running for SSFC, and people are like, well, oh, what is that? I don't know if that's a breakdown of students taking the initiative to go out and see what's going on campus and what they actually do. That a lot of times it seems like there's a lack of understanding. So in that case, it probably was maybe not the organization taking the steps that they needed to take in order to receive the funding. But then again, there needs to be a balance of SSFC trying to get out to the organizations, making sure they know what they need to do, because then it is their responsibility to take it from there. But if people don't know, then they can't do. My mother always says, pick a few things and do them in excellence. I've actually designed my work schedule around being able to be an active member of SSFC, because I believe that in order for anything to be done, the members of the organization need to be committed. And that's something I take very seriously. I have free time set up the rest of the time throughout the week. My weekends I try to keep open, so if there is something I need to work on, I have the time to do that.
I think it's important to let students know when they can have their voice heard. Maybe send out different emails or post different things up around campus to say, if you have issues, you can contact us, we're willing to sit down with you, we're willing to listen to you. And also raising student awareness for what SSFC does, just bring it to students' attention. Let them know that the SSFC is there, let them know that there are things that are going on campus that they should care about.
Well, my first step would be to approach the members of SSFC. I think that one thing is to have good communication between our organization, and we all be on the same page and work together and throw ideas out to them, and then work to say, okay, maybe I can help chair this committee or take on this responsibility. What is it that you guys need me to do? And I can play that role. I live in Whitty, which is a very popular freshman dorm, so at least I will have the opportunity to let freshmen know what's going on. I've been going around knocking on doors and just maybe going to Pops and Eds and talking to people and stuff like that. And
my definition of viewpoint neutrality would be someone who can objectively look at every situation, no matter what they may have thoughts about it in the past, but look at what's going on right now and try to decide what would be best for the students on campus, for everyone as a whole. No matter what I personally believe, even if I'm against it, if I think that it would benefit the campus as a whole, then it's something that should happen.
Be neutral as to not maybe judge the organizations on what their beliefs are. You judge a tree by its fruit. So, you look at what is the impact that this organization is having here on campus, or what work do they do, or how are they benefiting this community or the members of their organization, and you judge more on that.
Because I'm on the Student Activity Center Governing Board, I'm really getting to know more about what each student organization does and how they're involved in campus. So I just feel like that'll help me, to have a little bit of background on the organizations when they're coming in, but I don't think it would make me biased in any way.
I'm actually involved with AHANA, which is a pre-health organization group. They want students to be involved in organizations so that we know where our funding is going to. We want to be able to fund the organizations that best benefit the students. When it does come to something down to, deciding what groups get funding, maybe taking away my personal connection or any sentimental value I may have to that organization and say, okay, well, these are the facts. How many people come to their meetings? They might have these ideas, but what are they actually doing? And judge according to the information and the truth that I know. What are the different organizations or services that are most in use? Because if a lot of students on this campus are going to a certain place or a certain organization to receive help or the service that they offer, then clearly this organization has been doing something to benefit the students that are coming. The students are coming regularly. They're clearly providing a service that is needed, and they're doing a good job of marketing themselves.
Part of it is based on how much of their time goes to providing service for students. That's obviously an important thing. The segregated fees are to enhance student life, to provide student services to everyone on campus. So that's definitely something that should be taken into consideration, what they're doing around campus, how they're impacting students' lives, how many students that are being impacted by that. They should definitely put a lot of effort into getting the campus to know about what they're doing and to have other people realize that direct services are being provided. Because if students don't know about the direct services, then they're not going to use them.
Well, I believe that rules are established for a purpose. Rules are established to keep order. If there is some type of misunderstanding or something that goes wrong, that the student organization or service should have the opportunity to present their case. But at the end of the day, if a law or rule is broken, then that should be something that's taken very seriously. We pay segregated fees. That's her hard-earned money, and I think that in that sense that students should vote and realize that they have the opportunity to have some say in where this money that they're spending or they have earned is going or where it should be applied. And that's why I've decided to run as early as a freshman. While I may not be, as informed as some upperclassmen, or I may not know, the details on all the issues going on here on campus, I understand the importance of being involved and being a productive member of society. I'll make it my responsibility to make sure that I represent students, that I know student issues and concerns, that I know what students need and what services they need, what student organizations are working hard to benefit students here, so that I can then go and represent and advocate or maybe help make decisions on where funding should be applied, where funding should be cut back, so that our campus can function as best as possible.
I believe that I would be a very good candidate for the SSFC because I am very open to listening to other people. I'm very good at taking a situation and looking at the good and looking at the bad and assessing it. And maybe I don't have the most deep background in the SSFC or in the budget plans, but I'm definitely excited to learn, I'm willing to learn, and I'm willing to listen to the students on campus. And I think that's very important.